It's the Northstars Show, Season 10, Episode 2. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Welcome to the Northstars Show. Behind the camera, a guy that didn't quite get a drink put in his hand at the Eric Church concert, but had the best sign in the whole place. Paul Anderson was down there. He basically owned the stadium. Other than Eric Church, nobody more popular than him, and nobody more popular than him here in Thompson. Another popular guy, Coach Stuart, is with me again today. Stewie, last week we did a little interview, and I forgot to ask you about your path to coaching the Northstars, and we're so happy that we kind of had you last year. Last year was a bit of a bust, but you signed on again for a second year. What's some of your experience moving up to the Northstars?
I think it started out, 15 plus years ago, helping out a friend coach a team or two, and then, assistant coach for a few seasons in the minor hockey system, and then friend, actually, Dustin Levesque, he took the Northstars for 2 seasons, and I helped him those 2 years. He left town, and then I got into the minor hockey system as a head coach a bit again, and then I guess decided to try this out.
Threw your name in the hat for this. We were talking about it before we got on here. A couple of big MUN Cup wins, and you had some really good Adam teams, so you've coached some pretty successful teams and know how to win. Tell us a little bit about that MUN Cup season. Was a biggie.
Oh, it was a fun season. I'm sure for the kids, they had a pretty much undefeated season until overtime in provincials, but yeah, it's always good when you got a good bunch of kids that buy in.
Yeah, for sure. And it's, people always love to see the coaches that are involved that don't have kids. Through minor hockey, oftentimes it's the dads of kids. I was one of those guys too. And in some respects, I think it's a little bit maybe not easier for you, but you avoid a little bit of the conflict, I'm sure. Have you found that coming through?
I tried my best to actually make my whole coaching staff always non-parents, and that was, I think it's just a good thing for the kids to hear different people's voices.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. And we talked a little bit about it last week. You've done that again this year. You're bringing back some of the alumni, and you've got a couple other guys that have done lots of coaching but don't have parents involved. So I think that's top shelf. We're looking good. We talked to Clark Scadden we've got him coming up right away in sort of a 1-minute with. Talked to him a little bit about being the captain, and he spoke really well. It sounds like he's off to a good start with how he feels he's got to help guide the team. How do you feel about sort of that leadership group? You've got him and Brady and Nolan.
I think coming into the season, a lot of guys wouldn't be shocked that those 3 are our leaders by just their personalities. And yeah, they do a good job of that, and we can't be there all the time, so if someone has to hold their teammates accountable when we're not around, and that's their job.
Yeah. It sounds like they're taking it seriously so far anyways, so let's hope that keeps going through the season. This past weekend, we had a couple games here in town that probably didn't go the way you thought. The one thing I noticed, I guess, is last week we talked about wanting the power play to be a little bit better, and you did get a little bit of success on the power play, probably not as much as you would have liked, but what did you think? What were any of the positives that you can take away from the weekend?
Well, the power play coming around was definitely probably the only positive in a rough weekend like that. I think we went 2 power play goals on Saturday and one Sunday, and then the other one was 3 seconds after, so essentially a power play. And the movement was good, the looks were good, so that's something that's a positive, but yeah, we need to work on a lot of the other games still.
What are some of the biggest things that you'll work on this week before you head down south?
I think we're going to work on the neutral zone quite a bit, on just letting the other teams kind of walk through the neutral zone on us, so just set up an alignment in the neutral zone to try to stymie the opposition's regroup and such.
Yeah. 2 games down south coming right up. Aside from this neutral zone stuff, anything else that you think you'll have to do to come home with a win?
Well, I think it's just an all-around effort thing too. The effort wasn't there. Every shift, not just every second shift, every play, every face-off. It's just an intensity thing.
And the guys will get there. Do you think any part of that is some of them just haven't played at this AAA level before? And although you have a few games under your belt, do you think it's still a little overwhelming for some of the guys?
I think for the consistency part of that, yeah. I thought that the previous Sunday was a fairly complete game, and then all of a sudden it's not the next weekend. So it is a lot of these guys realizing the consistency of that. It's a difficult adjustment maybe.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we turn things around this weekend. Thanks for talking to me, Coach, and best of luck in Winnipeg on the weekend. We're going to move on to the rest of the show. Coming up, we've got Gage Gogal in Meet a Rookie, and we do kind of 1 minute-ish and meet our captain, Clark Scadden. It's the Northstars show. Here we go. It's 1 minute with. We've got Captain Clark Scadden. Just before we put 1 minute on the timer, a few questions. Let's start with this past weekend. It didn't go the best, but a couple of losses. What did you think the team did well, though?
We didn't do much well. It was a bad weekend. But I thought we came better Sunday in the first period. A lot of guys came ready to play, and then it doze off again in the second. We need to have some more consistency with being engaged more, wanting the puck, winning puck battles, and just in general, wanting it.
You've got to want it more.
Yeah.
We need a good leader to inspire us. You got the C this year. Coach Stewie put that on your chest. What have you done so far? I know you guys haven't played a lot of games. You've had some practices. How do you feel? What do you feel your role is in games like that or at game time?
I like to keep the boys positive. I don't like it when people are negative on the bench. That's always terrible on any team. Everybody needs to be positive. Doesn't matter what the score is. So even when we're not doing so well, still need to be positive. Put in a good shift. Get yourself back on the right track.
And I mean, there's a few different ways that captains can go. There's some captains that aren't too vocal. They kind of lead by example and they put it all out on the ice. And there's some other guys that are pretty vocal in the room and on the bus and on the bench and sort of with the team all the time. Where do you see yourself fitting into that role?
I like being more vocal than anything, actually. I like to talk to the guys, make sure they're doing good and everything's okay, especially with the new guys coming here from Rankin, making sure that they feel at home here and that they don't feel excluded from other guys doing stuff, and just making sure everybody's included and everybody's doing well as a person too, not only just on the team.
Wow, if you can make that happen, we are going to have some success. Shout out your assistants too. Just they've got a little bit of a role with you. I mean, you got to be the leader, but they're your helpers for sure.
So Brady Krentz is one of the assistants, and then Nolan Rideout is also one of the other assistants. And they're both really good leaders in the room, vocal. They both like to talk a lot too, and which is good for all of us actually. We got a lot of leaders in the room. Even guys that don't have letters on their chest are being leaders in the room, which is good. And that's always what you want, is everybody to be a leader in one way, even if you don't have a letter.
Everybody's got a role. I couldn't say it any better. I think that we're off to a terrific start if that's how the team's getting going so far this year. So let's hope that we can keep that rolling along. Now we've got to hit you with one minute with. We've got some questions for you to answer. We don't even have this stopwatch. All right. We're going to just pretend it's 1 minute. Okay. What's the Netflix show that you're watching right now? Are you Disney Plus? What do you watch? What's your thing?
I don't watch much Netflix,
Ooh.
but I like to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's a little bit of a throwback, but pretty good stuff. Black tape or white?
Black, always black.
Of course. We asked Gage this one too. What's your Subway order?
Steak and cheese with cucumbers, lettuce, and barbecue sauce.
All right, I'll take that. Do you have your phone? What's your lock screen?
It's actually, it's me and my girlfriend.
Oh, all right. Pretty not bad. Favorite subject in school?
I like math
Good call. That's always a good answer on the North Star show.
Yeah.
It's a safe landing. If you could be in the Olympics in any sport other than hockey, what would it be?
That's a good question. I don't know. Speed skating seems pretty cool. Move fast.
It would be fun. I didn't think speed skating was cool until it was here at the Manitoba Games and just watching it. We tried it out. Did you try the skates?
No.
Ooh.
Looks tough.
It's tough, but once you get the hang of it, you can really cook on those things. Last one, when you get the game-winning goal in OT, what's the celly? What's it going to be?
Probably the Patrick Laine, put her in the holster.
All right, we'll be watching for that one. It's Clark Scadden. It's kind of 1 minute width, but also a chance to meet our captain. I feel like you guys are off to a really great path. I think you're going to do great things this year. So best of luck.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ian Snooks. My number is 19. Hometown, Thompson, Manitoba. Elementary school, École Riverside. My favorite player, Connor McDavid.
It's Meet a Rookie here on the North Star Show. I've got Gage Gogal with me right here. Gage, where are you from?
I'm from Flin, Flon, Manitoba.
And what number are you wearing this season so that everybody can watch and cheer for you?
I'm wearing number 6.
I like it. How long have you been in Thompson?
I've been here for about 3 weeks now.
And best thing about being in Thompson so far?
I like the team. I enjoy being around them.
All right. And the bigger city? Huh?
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Bright lights. Where's your favorite place to eat so far?
Probably Subway for lunch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And this is a throwback because we're going to ask Clark this later, but what's your Subway order?
Probably steak and cheese on Italian herb and cheese.
Oh, nice. Okay. I always go Veggie Delight with Chipotle sauce. That's my go-to. Can you tell us how long have you been playing hockey, and how's your journey gone? Where'd you start?
Well, I started playing hockey when I was 4, and then I spent 3 years in novice, and then always played AA for Adam, Pee Wee, Bantam first year. Then I played here for Wolves, and now I'm here.
So how has it been coming to Thompson so far? I mean, you played Wolves, so you knew some of these guys, I think. Feel a little bit familiar, or does it still feel like a pretty new team around here?
Yeah, I've seen these guys around the rink lots since growing up, playing hockey lots, so it's nice to be here, and I know the guys now. It's all good.
One of my favorite questions to ask, the classic story. You hated some of these guys from Thompson, you hated some of the guys from the pond, now they're good guys.
Yeah, they still get on my nerves sometimes.
Yeah, so some of them can be really hard to live with. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Any memorable moments growing up through your hockey career? We always ask about the Munn Cup because we're in Thompson. How'd that go?
Oh, I don't even want to talk about the Munn Cup. We lost. Always came second, so we don't like to mention that tournament.
Okay, sorry about that. Should have never asked. Playing Wolves. I mean, I know you guys didn't probably win the league, but how did it feel to move up to playing sort of that AAA level?
Yeah, it was definitely something I had to get used to. But it was a good experience. We only got to play a few games because it got shut down, but it was nice to be here and get to know the place a bit more.
And now this year, the move up to midget AAA. How's the first couple games been? How do you feel out there? Like old times, or is it a little quick?
Oh, it's definitely a little quicker. You got to get used to it. But I'm slowly adapting, and it's going to be a fun year.
Yeah, absolutely. A few big guys out there too, but
yeah,
you'll figure out how to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
What are some of your favorite things to do outside of hockey?
I like to hang out with the team, hang out with my friends. I'm a big family guy, so I like that kind of stuff.
Right on. And summertime? Swimming, working,
probably
ball,
fishing.
What do you do? Fishing?
Fishing and golf. That's about it.
You live in the Flon, you got to fish.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty good living around there.
Yeah.
Favorite subject in school?
Probably gym. But if I had to choose
I
a real
usually rule out
subject,
gym.
if I had to choose a real subject, probably social.
Okay, it's still kind of a real subject. Any memorable coaches as you were growing up? Is there anybody you want to shout out?
Probably Greg Krentz. He kind of made hockey a big deal for me and pushed me to do more in my career.
Excellent. And what years did he coach you? What age were you?
He's my Bantam first year coach.
Perfect. And any favorite players that you're playing with now or that you played with in the past? Who do you want to shout out? Who are your buds?
Probably one of my most memorable teammates is Noel Pearson. He always made me smile. He's a good guy.
Right on. Good to hang out with. And do you have any goals for this year with the Northstars?
just to help the team as much as I can and do my part.
Perfect. And last one, favorite NHL player and why?
Probably Sean Couturier, because I'm just a Flyers fan and he's a grinder.
How can you not love the heart?
Yeah.
A hard nose. Gage, Gogal, right here on the North Star Show. It's Meet a Rookie. It's our studio. It's the North Star Show studio. In COVID, we got to stay 6 feet apart. Thanks for joining us on this one. Thanks to Coach Ryan Stuart off the top, to Gage Gogal in the Meet a Rookie segment. What do you think of Gage? Going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think he'll develop really well.
Yep, fun talking to him. And El Capitan, Clark Scadden. Was he really as inspiring in the room as we thought? As he made it out to be?
You know what? Yeah, he's pretty good at keeping the boys positive, you know, even when it's tough. Just come on, like, we got to win some battles out here. Like, I know we're not going to win the game, but try and work hard, make it not just roll over in the third period and mail it in type thing. So
that's the message we need out of the captain, and you're taking notes in case he's ever feeling sick. I forgot to introduce him. It's Brady Krentz. This is BK times 2. Just to wrap up the show, just before we do wrap it up, one fun fact from the past weekend.
well, we hung up 2 jerseys in our dressing room. Actually, we got a Alan Wesley Norway House North Star jersey and a Prime Paniuk Nunavut jersey hanging in our dressing room up on the rafters. So
I love it. Why? What's the significance of those 2 jerseys?
they're just, I don't know.
They're cool?
Yeah.
Some of the boys brought them in, and it's just a quirky little thing to inspire the team.
They had them in their bag, so they got hung up on the rafters.
Norway House and where? Iqaluit?
No, Nunavut, just
straight up Nunavut? Wow. How great is that?
Jersey, yeah.
All right, who do we play this weekend?
We got Winnipeg Bruins Friday at 7 o'clock and Saturday at 4 o'clock, and then we got Eastman on Sunday.
Brady Krentz, Bruce Krentz, and behind the camera, Paul Anderson. This is the North Star Show. We'll see you back here in 1 week.